paper, we name them, we shame them, and we let Kenyans know how it's going to be. We continue to bring you the coverage of today's expected demonstrations marking 1 year since the 25th of June 2024 that saw Kenyans lose 60 Kenyans during the protest. But even at that, that's just what is the situation in the country. We cross over to the CBD and continue to follow up on the status, how it is, security that has been put in place by different security agencies. We go straight to around Parliament buildings that has seen the area barricaded with barbed wire in order to secure the area that is considered to be protected area, where the security officers say that they would not let anyone access secured areas in the country. Those are live images on your television. You could see on your right that those are security officers around Parliament building who are securing the area with barbed wire in place. As you can see as well, that is just the water cannon that is doing its rounds there, a water cannon that is really, really important when it comes to dispersing crowds, and that was heavily used during the 2024 Gen Z demonstrations in the country. As well, as you can see, those are live images of Kenyans in the city that is around Moi Avenue area close to archives, as Kenyans are seemingly going around their business as usual, but not as usually is, because at this time the town is usually busy. Kenyans going about their businesses, but majority of Nairobi residents have stayed away from the CBD due to the ongoing demos, because the previous demonstrations that we've witnessed have not been peaceful. Perhaps the reason why Kenyans have decided to stay away. You can see ambulances as well in the CBD as well. The Kenyans just chilling and going about their businesses. But on the left, those are police officers close to Parliament Road, offering security in the protected area. Again, that you can see is the water cannon doing its rounds, just making sure that everybody is assured of their security. Security officers in Nairobi had promised to provide security to every Kenyan, every would-be demonstrator that will be coming out to share their views, to demand that they be heard, that police brutality ends, and that areas that are considered to be protected, that would be around Parliament building, close to Parliament building. We have Office of the President, Arambe Annex. We also have Vigilance House, Jogo House. These are protected areas that are being protected heavily by the security agencies this morning in this CBD, Nairobi CBD, and other areas pretty much across the country. The order was given and promise given that security will be provided. But as you can see on the right side of your screen, that is around Moi Avenue, and crowds seem to be gathering by the moment. We are not sure exactly if these are protesters, but you can see that hawkers are there selling the flags, because Kenyans today are saying that they are patriotic to the nation. They want constitutionalism to be respected, the rule of law to be respected. As you can see, those are young people who are gathered there chanting, perhaps signs that the demonstrations are ready to start. But as that starts, we are here to bring you blow by blow. You can see that is the Tom Mboya monument there. It has become also a place where many Kenyans usually are gathered to just celebrate, to organize themselves, and seemingly it is again the epicenter where today's demonstrations might be starting from. Here are the demonstrators bringing us up to speed as we talk about the Gen Z revolt. 1 year later, 60 lives lost. Those are Gen Z's, Kenyans pretty much coming together, sharing and planning themselves and chanting, sending their chants with regard to the ongoing demos. You could see the banner is there as well that talks about justice for our Mashujaa. That is our Mashujaa 1 year later, with their demands well indicated there, with their demands that they be heard, that police brutality ends, that cost of living goes down, that justice is given to Kenyans. It is a situation that is taking place the whole day today, and we are here to bring you blow by blow, moment by moment, as the day goes by, as the protests seemingly are about to start. That again is outside the Kenya National Archives, that is along Moi Avenue. This is also a place that has seen a lot happen. Remember last week as goons as well took over the city and took over the place and beat up Kenyans who are there. Our reporter Grace Nganga is there. Grace, good morning. If you could just bring us up to speed on what exactly is happening, if at all this is the beginning of the protest, Grace.
One down! 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 One down!
The live images of protesters outside at the Tomboya Monument along Moi Avenue as they continue to chant. One of the chants that has taken over the streets and these demos is the one-time chants that we continue to hear with the demonstrators there. Kenyans coming together again, pushing for their agenda, that they be heard, they be listened to. You can see them draped in the Kenyan flag, showing a patriotism there as they seemingly just planned themselves. You could see a man there draped in suit and a white, would be a white scarf, an indicator of peace, but they are there to plan themselves as they start. Our reporter Grace Nganga is there, will be joining us in a few, but this seemingly is the start of the demonstrations that have been planned 1 year later as Kenyans come together to push for justice pretty much and constitutionalism to be respected. You remember that as we go back to 2024, we counted 60 that were recorded of Kenyans who lost their lives, with many more who have disappeared 1 year later, and they cannot be accounted for. We talk about even the picketing that have continued throughout. We see that Kenyans have been shot by the police. We have one case of one Boniface Kariuki who is fighting for his life at the Kenyatta National Hospital. We have the case of Albert Ojwang as well. We have another case of an individual who was shot in Mwiki last week. We have 2 bodies that were there, and new cases of Kenyans who've just lost their lives, with IPOA giving a report that 20 Kenyans have lost their lives in the hands of police officers in police custody. A sad state of affair that we continue to record in the country. And as you can see, those are live pictures coming to you live from Moi Avenue outside National Archives as chants continue to ring and rent the air. Kenyans there chanting and planning themselves. You can see they are draped with flags. So far, we can confirm that there is no crude weapon that we have seen. These are Kenyans with their flags, with their bodies, with the water, with their hearts, just them giving their chants, demanding for justice, and pretty much just seeking audience so that they are heard. If we could just listen to chants that are happening outside with this crowd. Live images coming to you straight from Nairobi and Mombasa as well. You can see Mombasa, nothing much happening, just vehicles plying the area that's usually called Pembea Ndovu there in Mombasa. We continue to bring you the coverage of the ongoing situation, not only in Nairobi, but across the country. Our reporters are stationed. We shall be touching base with them a little bit later. But let's talk about the anniversary itself. June 25th.